January 31st, 2025. Okay. Okay, you know how the guy showed up December 18th, 24? Walked in Walmart 62, screamed out Karen really didn't know who Michelle was till January, February 19. No, I made sure of it. He said she told me she threatened her, and if she was going to threaten her, I didn't care what they did to her. Okay? And now he said he was in it with the drug dealers. I told that drug dealer that made a bet after everything he did to her to leave her alone. Karen's getting remarried. Because he had bet nobody, after everything he did to her, nobody had ever won her. He was in it with the drug dealers. Okay? Then I told him to leave Karen alone. She's getting remarried. I knew she had it in her. Okay. Well, January 5th, 25. The cops call out the FBI in Walmart 62. We found out another FBI agent lied to the U.S. Marshal. She was weird with herself. We always knew the weird with yourself was a Photoshop of washing yourself in the shower. And they had drugged her and told her to say it before. We always knew that. And we already got the agent over her case. And they thought that was his daughter, Michelle. It's not. It's Judge Peter's daughter from Florida. She told me who she was. Said the agent over case let all this happen because he thought she threatened his daughter. No, it's Judge Peter's daughter, and I never threatened her. She lied. I've never talked to her yet. Okay? And another one's lied to the U.S. Marshals that she's weird with herself. We always knew it was a Photoshop of washing herself in the shower, and they had drugged her and told her to say it before. Okay? All right. Yesterday, January 30th, 2025, I'm in Carrollton. There's a little restaurant called Virginia's. There's two drug dealers by the, or riffraff, whatever you want to call it, by the window. Okay? Carl and I go sit down. There's a group of men around mine. And then there is an older man on the other side of the men. Well, I look over and the riffraff are looking at the phone. It's a Photoshop of washing yourself in the shower. See it? Boy, won't law enforcement have a hissy when they see it. Some idiots already showed them. They already knew. The guy said, look right there, you can tell it's a Photoshop of washing yourself. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. So I start in about some guy being outside where I was working. Not last night, the night before. And I've heard his voice around me several times. Okay? He said, I heard, he said he was the one that actually dated Michelle. Okay? I'm the one that actually dates Michelle. And then he said, the glasses, that, She told me she insulted her and asked me to find someone to take care of her. I listened to what she said. That the girl at the restaurant, young blonde girl, she was pretty, but not supermodel. Most people aren't. So was Michelle, and so was that Savannah. Okay? It's not an insult, but you're just not supermodel, or something like that. And he said it isn't an insult. And she thought she was a teenage prostitute because she said she slept with a bunch of men that night and had some guy's clothes on. Guys, like, I heard her say it. He said she's supposed to be dating me. She's out sleeping with all kinds of men. I guess we need to talk. She said, I heard what she said about what happened in that restaurant in March 18. He said, that girl walking by making a face, ramming her body in the booth until she knocks her forward into the table. And kept doing it, and the only thing she kept saying is, who are those people? Who are they? And her husband said he didn't know, and then he wrapped it, she sat over with him, and he protected her and put his arms around her. And glared at those people. I don't want to hear anything out of that family's mouth again. What is their problem? And who the hell are they? Seriously. Run around saying stuff that I wasn't supposed to act right. I mean, my God, if they would have pushed a little further, Dave would have went off on them. We go in a restaurant to sit, and there's an older couple, 70s. Part of the people from the case, the older white guy, 70s, white hat, black glasses. Oh God, what was I gonna say? The older white lady with white hair. Waitress sits us right behind him in a booth. And a young blonde girl, maybe 18, khaki cargo pants, thin t-shirt, blonde hair straight down, and below her bra strap, walks by, goes, and staring at me. Making a face at me, literally. I'm like, what do you think, weirdo? Sits down, boom! Does he think it's funny bringing her here? I said, Dave, who is that? He's like, I don't know. Boom! Knocks me forward. If she would have kept rocking it, she would have tipped it all the way over. And she's hitting it as hard as she could until she knocks me into the table. And that older guy, he was actually one of the 3 sets of being parents waiting for me to die for my injuries. Okay? That showed up later in the case. Or in the beginning of the case. He was there 6 months before the case started. And so they said something about Dave. I said, Dave, they seem to know you. Boom! I said, who are those people? He's like, I don't know. And he said, are you okay? Because I hit the table. And I said, yes. I said, can I sit with you? He said, yes. He wrapped both his arms around me. Hugs me. And, I said, who are those people? He's like, I don't know. And he's doing this and staring at him. We get home. He tells Danny some crazy blonde girl kept knocking her body in the back of Mom's booth till she could sit with me. He acted like he didn't know. See, that's where that guy said, what did her husband say about that girl? He called her some crazy blonde girl kept knocking her body in the back of Mom's booth. He acted like he didn't know her. Well, I told that family, I don't want to hear a word out of their mouth. Again, I don't know that from Adam. Okay? Well, in 2020 or 21, I'm at Wood Forest. And I'm waiting to be waited on. And the same girl shows up from March of 18. She has khaki denim pants on, thin little t-shirt, blonde hair, lower bra strap. Walks up as if you don't know what's going on, walks up. I have lived through hell. I thought I'd seen you before, but have I seen you? I mean, I've lived through hell. Hell. It took me a minute. It's like you're the girl from the restaurant. Bam! What are you doing here? And then I got to thinking of the people she was sitting with, the 3 sets of mean parents waiting for me to die from my injuries. She was sitting with them 6 months before the case. Okay. That's where that guy said, I won't ever hear a word out of their mouth again, that family. Who the hell are they? I've never even talked to them. Got that one. Alright. So we're gonna go forward. At Virginia's yesterday, the group of men went to get up when I was talking about that guy being outside. They said, we'll realize that girl's been playing him the whole time, cheating on him with all kinds of men. See that where that guy said, I heard she only thought she was a teenage prostitute because she had some guy's clothes on. And she says she slept with a bunch of men. Yeah, I heard her say it. Oh, so did everybody. Thought she was another drug cartel scam. Okay? So, they walk out, and I'm sitting there talking to my boyfriend, and I start talking about a sexual predator. About, do you realize how horrible it is to know some sexual predator had set up bot cameras in my home, was stalking me. And taking a video of me showering and washing myself in the shower and putting that other room, having these people laugh at me. That they did it to make me look weird and wake up with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, severe personal infection, marks that look like injection marks, or take a drink out of a Diet Coke and the room went dizzy and back and have to go to the doctor all summer long. What's wrong with me? And I thought it was a dirty well water killing me. This older guy over the corner went, what's going on? Okay. So, then yesterday at Walmart 62. Why is the agent over my case acting like he don't know nothing? Why is he acting like he doesn't know anything? Why? Why? Because he can't, the guy said, I heard her call that guy a sexual predator. Is that why the police won't say anything to her? Oh, honey, they legally can't. It's the 4th Amendment in the Constitution. You cannot be in somebody's home but protected like cases with statements in a quarter. You can't be some drug dealer drugging some poor woman up and telling her to say something stupid and photoshopping on washing, singing in the shower. That makes you a sexual predator. And a rapist. And beating raping some poor woman. See, there's none of this is funny. I'm in Walmart 62. I heard her call that guy a sexual predator. And he said, I didn't think about it. He said, I already told these people when I found out that she didn't know who that girl was, that I didn't think it was funny. And when her ex-husband called down to talk to me again, I told him to tell him I was no longer there, and I heard he fled the country. Ooh. I wasn't dealing with him no more. Well, they said Agent John told on her before. He talked to her. Well, that's impossible. No, from the hotline before he talked to her on the phone, he went up and told on her. Oh, I feel bad about everything. And they said it was the medication error that made her sick. I really feel bad about everything. So why aren't they talking to the agent over my case? Because he's acting like he don't know nothing. Watch the rape and torture, honey. July to September 19, the case open. Because I'll tell you what, the marshal been using it and blowing the hell out of the drug dealers. And didn't you find out Michelle did all this so she could get Daddy Dearest arrested? Said it on the 27th when the drug cartel. We all know Michelle had all of us show up here and tell what we're doing, who we're working for. So they'd go down and arrest her dad so she could take over the drug cartel? That's what this was about? Huh? Oh, that guy even said, she said she heard that guy's voice before, that was saying that outside the apartment. That he dated Michelle. Is that idiot paying for everything? I want to know who he is. What on earth is going on? The agent over, and they called him the agent over my case. He acts like he didn't know John told on me. Agent John told on me. Till yesterday. He's acting like he didn't know it was a medication error. Because the guy's telling him. He didn't know it was a shower scene. He didn't know they drugged me and told me to say stuff. Who the hell is this guy, and why aren't the cops talking to him? If he's the agent over my case. Alright, I'm going to upload this, but why aren't they talking to him? And Guy, I remember you in 19, the day that Michelle showed up at that church and yelled that crap out about at Faith Family Church, and I didn't believe she was dating Dave. Not even a little bit. I thought it was another scam. I go to walk out, and I knew she didn't know who she was. I made sure of it. I told those people. Well, why didn't you go to that guy in 19? Dave was already taped December 9th, 18. I never caught him with anyone. So her lies were already debunked. Why didn't the cops go to that other guy and tell him that Agent John told on me at that church before he talked to me? It's documented by the police. The agent that returned my phone call was the one that telling on me at that church before he talked to me. He confessed on a recorded line he met with all of them. It's also documented that it was a medication error that made me sick before medical malpractice. Another woman was using my insurance before. And it's also documented, verified, I was framed before it. It was a drug cartel in my home before. So why isn't the cops talking to that guy? And who is he? Because the other cops thought he was the agent of my case. Why haven't been talking to him? So Marshall's been using case to get in the drug cartel. I'm going to upload this. But people need to start talking to this guy. Seriously. And the guy that was dating Michelle, oh, he's just been playing like you like a fool. And why does she think she has to lie to you? You got to think she set up Daddy Dearest to take over his cartel. She's lying to you that I threatened her. She's lying to you that I insulted her. And she's lying to you all the time. And yeah, when she was breaking back in 19, she was sleeping with other men in front of people. She's playing you big time. She's drug cartel. What did you expect? She's a human trafficker. She sells people for sex slaves and to be murdered. She's like a Jeffrey Dahmer. Get the idea? These people are Jeffrey Dahmers that kill people, kept them in a freezer. When you stop worshiping serial killers and turn them in and realize what you're doing, you're lucky she hasn't killed you yet. I'm gonna upload this.